Hello, everyone. My name is Guns and Cafe, and I will be entertaining you for the next 30 to 45 minutes. First off, I want to wish everybody a happy new year. There won't be a show tomorrow. There will be another one on Friday. And I want to thank everybody that has watched the shorts, all the new subscribers. Thank you. Thank you very much for that. And without further ado, let's get in here. All right.
Aliens. Joining us now to respond, Border Patrol Chief Greg Bovino. Chief
El
Bovino,
Bovino.
I appreciate everything that you're doing out there. I know that it's not easy work, but I know that your morale is actually pretty high with your agents because they have a commander-in-chief and they have a DHS secretary that have their backs. Tell me a little bit more about the ongoing operations into 2026. Now we've got that one big, beautiful law. We've got some money coming in. What should the American people expect?
Well, Tommy, it's good to see you, and thanks for having me. 2026 is going to be a big year, a very big year. We've got a lot of operations planned, whether that's ICE, Border Patrol, and those allied law enforcement teams all across the United States, whether it's Minnesota and the fraud or Charlotte, North Carolina, Chicago, Los Angeles. Those operations continue, and we're going to ramp that up. You know, we've got 10,000 new ICE agents coming on board, several thousand U.S. Border Patrol agents coming on board.
If Kristi Noem steps away from her position, because she's probably she's going to be hitting a year soon, or if she ever decides to step away from her position, do you guys think that Bovino should be Secretary of DHS? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. Oh, by the way, I found out then which knife does he wears on his belt, and it is a Winkler knife.
And that morale is high. We've got a mission, and we're going to go after that mission. We're not going anywhere. 2026 is going to be huge.
Yeah, I personally think every time the liberal...
Wait. Did I hear that right? Did he say huge?
Morale is high. We've got a mission, and we're going to go after that mission. We're not going anywhere. 2026 is going to be huge.
He did the huge. It's huge, I'm telling you. Huge. Huge Bovino. Thank you. You've been doing great work.
Yeah, I personally think every time the liberals and the Democrats whine.
All right, so now let's move along to video number 2. We are cooking with gas today, ladies and gentlemen. So it says here that breaking, the second largest Somali community in America. Bro, that Somali fraud it's one for the history books. I've never seen so many people mad. All creeds, all races. People are pissed about this fraud, the Somali fraud going on over there. And then, yes, it's been reported before by other people, but it took someone with the reach of Nick Shirley, shout out to Nick Shirley, to actually have people notice for the normies, for the average people, the people that are not plugged in into what's actually going on. It took Nick Shirley and the total absolute meltdown of people on the other side of the aisle and people like the Krassensteins brothers that are having freaking conniptions over this. All right, let's see what we got here. And I need to put the volume down because I know this guy is using a whistle, which I find hilarious. So we got here, this guy's getting chased. So what it looks like is that this guy was running and they finally caught up to him, tackled him, It looks like they got him. Looks like the ice guy got the hooks on him. Here comes the backup. Let's see what the backup is going to do. Handcuffing. Here comes a van. Nice. Providing a buffer. Not only a buffer for the cameras, but providing, cover and concealment in case somebody tries to do something stupid. Here comes there you go. There's a whistle. Yeah, there's the whistle. The whistle is gonna make him stop. Yeah, they're gonna stop their arrest because you are blowing that whistle. Beep 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 beep.
I'm backing up. I'm backing up.
Oh, you're backing up. Oh yeah.
I am backing up.
Okay. Ah, so you're backing up. Okay. Here's my thing on the whistles. They seem to believe that the whistles are gonna stop the border patrol or the ICE people to stop the arrests. When the way I see it, it's like that old saying: when you start getting a lot of flack, it's because you're right on the objective. If you're driving around and you're not hearing any whistles, you're in the wrong area. If the whistles start, you hit the jackpot. You're in the right place.
I'm not impeding. Low.
Yes, away. That's fine. You got Zoom on your phone or your camera. You good. I mean, what's not to love? What is not to love? We have another video here. Let me see. I think this is also. Let me put it up on screen. I think this is yes. This is Minnesota as well. Let me see if I got everything going on over here. Yes, perfect. All right, let's see what we got here. And we have ICE enforcement in Minneapolis. All right. We got one, two, three guys. We got somebody in custody. This guy's on his phone, so he might be relaying up the chain that they have one in custody. He's in handcuffs by the vehicle. All avenues of escape have been covered. Okay, let's see what's happening. What's going on?
In front of the children. What kind of?
In front of the children. Well, people get arrested every day, and not to be harsh, but I'm going to, let's say this guy is Somali, the guy that is being arrested, right? In Somalia, you'll blow each other up with RPGs in front of the kids and blow up kids. So this offends you? Again, this is individuals that come into our country, some illegally, some due to chain migration, others forging paperwork, and then questioning how we run things in our country. But go take a vacation in Somalia. I hear it's great this time of year. Go there, do something stupid, and then when they go arrest you, tell them that they're not doing it the right way. And let's see how that works out for you.
Follow that. What law you following?
Be the person that you're looking for.
They don't have to tell you. That's an A-B conversation between them and the guy in custody. Whatever you're doing out here,
What law you following?
blah, 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 blah.
Be the person.
Is he the person? Hey, are those Yeezys? Are those Yeezys? Bro, got the iPhone 50. You're mad because your friend is getting locked up. They're not locking you up. They're locking him up. If it was as the media tells us, a totally random, a totally racist Gestapo organization, they would have taken everybody there. They didn't. Right?
That you're looking for, yes or no? Yes or no, yes. You can simply answer my question.
Well, I mean, if they want to be like nice to you, they can. Maybe. They don't have to. Or they could give you some guidance. Maybe. Let's see what happens.
Is he the person that you're looking for?
Oh, wait a minute. What's going on here? Is that a black ICE agent? Is that a black ICE agent? Hold on one second. No, that's impossible. That doesn't happen.
Simply answer my question.
No. Wait a
Is he
minute.
the person that you're looking for?
Whoa. What is going on here? I've been told by the Democratic Party, Tim Walz, Ilhan Omar, AOC, Rashida Tlaib, CNN, MSNBC, NSM, ABC, CBS, NBC, and the rest of the clowns that ICE and Border Patrol, this is what I've been told, are Nazis, are racists, and because they love saying this, like they say, they are the Gestapo. And here we have a black ICE officer, or could be from another agency, doing immigration enforcement, right? So I guess they're evolved Nazis, or they're evolved because now they accept everybody. You see how stupid this is? The narrative that these people want to play. Shout out to my man over there telling them what time it is.
You are harassing in front of the children.
I want to see this again.
What law you following?
Let me go here. Clip that.
Simply answer my question. Is he the person that you're looking for?
There you go. He's letting you know what time it is. Black ass ICE agent. There you go. And the Democrats want to tell you that, and the progressives want to tell you that ICE is a totally white nationalist organization. Man, get out of here with it. Give me that BS. On other news, we have this account, which I think it's one of the. I don't know if this long time history is a actual account that is like a real person posting that he actually or she actually believes what she posts, what they post. Is a troll account, or they're just retarded. So it says ICE detains a U.S. citizen, puts her on deportation flight despite order forbidding it, signed by a federal judge. It is an indisputable fact that she was born in the U.S. Her lawyer said. Her lawyer, who is not under oath at the type or at the time of making that statement, and she says that it is indisputable. Yet she doesn't say anything else. And they moved to Louisiana. So this Victoria Slayton, which I guess she's becoming like a thing on the liberal circles, is an immigration lawyer as a junior partner at Sanabria and Associates in Maryland. So Sanabria and Associates, it would appear, is my opinion, that they're using her as their social warrior, activist, illegal alien whisperer. And if she continues down this path, well, then again, lawyers don't, if they're not under oath, lawyers don't lie, quote unquote. They just forcefully defend their client. So let's see what
My name
she is saying. Let's see what we got here with this attorney here.
is Victoria Slatton. I'm an immigration attorney. I currently have a client who is a U.S. citizen who is in ICE custody. She was taken yesterday.
Why are you doing like believe me eyes?
Under very suspicious circumstances, in my opinion.
Look at this body language. Look at this body language. You don't seem too sure of what you're saying. Actually, this is going to be great. Clip that.
My name is Victoria Slatton. I'm an immigration attorney. I currently have a client who is a U.S. citizen who is in ICE custody. She was taken yesterday under very suspicious.
That's shaking her head. That no. You don't even believe what you're saying.
Circumstances, in my opinion. And we have been desperately trying to get her out. We filed habeas last night that was supposed to protect her from being moved and keep her in the jurisdiction.
Was she in the jurisdiction when you filed the habeas? Or was she already on another jurisdiction and you filed the habeas? And you see that believe me look, big eyes, whatever, like I'm telling you the truth. Don't you believe me?
The court actually ruled, giving us an injunction that said she was not allowed to be moved from the jurisdiction and that she was not allowed to be deported. Despite that, and despite ICE having her birth certificate that shows that she was very clearly born in.
Remember this. ICE has her birth certificate. The attorney says that person has a birth certificate that clearly states she was born in the U.S. That's what the attorney, is obviously not lying, because attorneys don't lie, and obviously she's not under oath, so she can say whatever.
Maryland, they did move her to Louisiana. That is not a good sign. That is usually a last stop before deportation.
Maybe. Is it? Is it not? See, the thing is that because it's a federal system, they can move you anywhere in the US, right? Because you're in the system. It's like the Bureau of Prisons. You can get sentenced in Florida and you go into the Bureau of Prison system and they stick you in Montana. Why? Don't matter. It's the same. It's any of the 50 states and the territories.
They're blatantly ignoring orders from
Blatantly.
the court. They're not allowing me access to my client.
How are they not allowing you access to your client? How? Do you have a phone? Do you have email? Can you fax? Have you been in charge with in conversations with the officer? Have you filed the appropriate paperwork?
And I am at a loss, and I'm incredibly angry.
If you have an attorney, and your attorney tells you, look at what this attorney is doing. This attorney is telling the world that she is at a loss. She can't communicate with her client, and she doesn't know where her client is at. Is that the type of attorney that you want? You made junior partner? Jesus.
It is an indisputable fact that she was born inside the United States.
Mm.
I've seen her birth certificate.
Oh, you've
We
seen
have
it.
immunization records. We have multiple affidavits from
You've seen it. And what you do with it? Did you certify the birth certificate? Do you know it actually belongs to her? Or are you taking your client's word for it? All this because something else is coming up.
people who were there at her birth. I personally called the hospital and they
Mm.
confirmed that they do have records.
Who was there at her birth? So, did you track down the nurse that was at the delivery room 22, 25 years ago? You found the nurse? And she remembered that baby. Okay. Well, sure.
They just cannot release them at this time, but we are working on getting additional evidence. But we have her birth certificate. That should be enough.
Got a birth certificate or a certificate of live birth? What do you have?
She never should have been picked up in the first place. I am asking if anyone in the media is willing to cover this story. She has 2 sisters who are willing to speak. I'm also asking for basically any resources, any help. I've gone to her congressman.
Why are her sisters? Why did you make a point of saying that her sisters are willing to speak? Does that mean that the sisters are citizens and they're not afraid to speak, but your client is not a citizen? You see?
I'm doing everything we can on the legal side, but I am at a loss because this is so far beyond what I ever thought I would be fighting for. So please at least like and share this video. If you are a journalist or if you know
a journalist or an activist,
a journalist, please reach out to me. My email is in my bio. I'd really like more coverage on this.
This is an attorney? This is your attorney? This is what you got? Okay. Well, I was making all those points basically because of this. Dulce Consuelo Madrigal Diaz is not a U.S. citizen. She is an illegal alien from Mexico. She did not provide a valid U.S. birth certificate or any evidence in support of her claim that she is a U.S. citizen. On December 14th, ICE arrested this illegal alien in Baltimore. On December 14th, 2025. On October 20th, 2023, during the Biden administration, when CBP, Customs and Border Protection, encountered her near Lukeville, Arizona, Madrigal Diaz claimed she was a citizen of Mexico and was born on October 18th, 2003. So when she entered, she was almost 20. She was 19 because she came in on the 2 days shy of her 20th birthday. Her case is being adjudicated. So an immigration judge, due process. You know how they love talking about due process, due process, due process, due process. Well, getting arrested is part of due process. And seeing them in immigration and being placed in removal proceedings, immigration court, which is immigration proceedings, it's not stay here proceedings, and seeing the immigration judge is due process. Right? So, I mean, I'm saying this attorney wouldn't be stretching the truth on behalf of her client. She should never do that, right? No, she would never. All right, here we go. We have this Ivory Hecker that says that she is in Minneapolis covering, let me see here, she's in Minneapolis covering the childcare fraud allegations with another journalist called Real Akamara. Quality Learning Center, which was the learning center, but it's so apparently Quality Learning has fixed its sign. So they are learning. And apparently now children have magically appeared in Minnesota. Now they're just all these childcare centers are packed with children. It's a total coincidence. You know, it's amazing. So let's see what they say over here.
Hey guys, it's Ivory Hecker,
AK Kamara.
Two independent
AK
journalists
Kamara.
here at the Quality Learning Center in Minneapolis. You guys asked us to come
Oh, see, they fixed the sign. Yeah.
out and check out what is actually happening with daycare centers in Minnesota. Is taxpayer
I like that beanie, bro. AK Kamara, I like your beanie, sir.
funding being wasted. So, Quality Learning Center, they first of all just fixed their name there.
Well, apparently they learned.
Got a lot of corporate media here with us, which I'm thrilled to see, but they're not ignoring what was shown by independent media. Now, did the first independent media get the story right is the question. So allegedly the hours here start at 2 p.m. It's
2
2:30
p.m.
right now, and we have been seeing kids trickling into.
Let me know. I haven't seen it. Maybe it is an actual thing, but I have never seen a childcare center that opens at 2. Maybe they do exist. Maybe it's a Minnesota thing. I haven't seen one, but you know, maybe they do exist.
Quality Learning Center.
Yeah.
Some people may think, well, that's just staged now because the media's on it. We just talked to the child care coordinator as well as the landlady who owns this building. I'm feeling like it's a real daycare center. What do you think?
I think it's a real daycare center. The thing that I am still very curious about is it something that they've kind of been operating, maybe not everything above board, only because there's other reports of other people that have said they don't see a whole lot of activity all the time, but it's always possible. And this is why it's important to do more than just one hit, to actually be able to gather as much information as possible, because it's possible that they do have lower operating numbers. And one of the consultants claims that unless she were to see the numbers, she actually doesn't believe that the state of Minnesota has given over $9 million in CCAP funding to this daycare center. So, and that's one of their consultants.
This coordinator right here, we just interviewed her, and we'll put that on YouTube later today for the full investigation we've done today. But she did say they do not have a full capacity of children here, but that's normal, she said. When I asked her whether the state has been double checking on whether they're legit this week, she said no comment. She's also not saying.
See, I like see what they did here. This is a CYA statement right here. Let me look over here. See, where is it? So now they're covering. Says some people may think, well, that's just staged now because the media's on here. So they are actually doing what a journalist is supposed to do. They're saying, well, it could be that it's illegal, or it could be that it's not. Let's analyze all the angles.
Some people may think, well, that's just.
And because they don't have the protection of like the AP, if they get sued, they're screwed.
Staged now because the media is on it. We just talked to the child care coordinator as well as the landlady who owns this building. I'm feeling like it's a real daycare center. What do you think?
I think it's a real daycare center. The thing that I am still very curious about is it something that they've kind of been operating, maybe not everything above board?
Maybe not everything above board. That is a very elegant way of saying there might be a little bit fraud going on here.
Only because there's other reports of other people that have said they don't see a whole lot of activity all the time, but it's always possible. And this is why it's important to do more than just one hit, to actually be able to gather as much information as possible, because it's possible that they do have lower operating numbers. And one of the consultants claims that unless she were to see the numbers, she actually doesn't believe that the state of Minnesota has given over $9 million.
So the consultant hasn't seen the numbers. Okay. And the landlady doesn't even know how many people go in and out of that place. So if you're a landlord, don't you go and check in your the places you rent, or your management company does inspections?
In CCAP funding to this daycare center. So, and that's one of their consultants.
This coordinator right here, we just interviewed her, and we'll put that on YouTube later today for the full investigation we've done today. But she did say they do not have a full capacity of children here, but that's normal, she said.
Right. So the coordinator, whose job is tied to the daycare center, what do you think she's gonna say? Are you think that she's gonna say, "Oh yeah, we only have like 2 kids here a day," or is she gonna say, "Yeah, well, we have a lower than normal."
When I asked her whether the state has been double checking on whether they're legit this week, she said no comment. She's also
If they are legit this week, you see what they're doing. That's I like it. They're being very cautious with what they're with their wording.
also not saying how much state money or federal money they are receiving. Now, we are also checking on other fraud cases here in Minnesota today that I think you guys will find quite interesting. And that'll be up on my YouTube, Ivory Hecker on YouTube. So stay tuned for that. Quite interesting.
This has been awesome.
It's been quite interesting. We're checking on more cases. She says, we've been checking on more cases. Dude says it's been quite interesting. Maybe they haven't been operating above board. And then she goes on to say, well, we wanted to ask if they have been legit this week, but that the coordinator said no comment. That is a lot of gymnastics right there. All right, well, I told you guys that it was going to be anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes, and I am keeping my promise. I want to wish everyone a happy new year, a very prosperous 2026, full of health for you, your family, and your friends. And as I always say, if you like it, share it with your friends. If you hated it, share it with your enemies. Later.